Already a 2 thumbs up. Good morning. Well, as I entitled my show this morning, there is no such animal as compromise. Because there is no compromise. There is no such animal as compromise. What does that mean? That this idiot wants me to apologize to his girlfriend, which is complete bullshit. Because there's nothing to apologize for. Since her report is totally bogus, I would never kneel down to that idea, ever. I just want you to know. Compromise don't matter. Once your girl put that report in, then there is no way that she can just cancel this report. I'm not that stupid. It's in the hands of the immigration people, not her hands. So when the goober talks about some compromise or something and being lenient and having a heart, how do you have a heart for somebody when through how many years have they stomped on you, labeled you as something that is so absolutely disgusting, and consistently for how long? You don't bow down to that situation. You take action, as I did. I just want to get this straight. He's hoping like hell that I get deported, but there's no guarantee on that, is there? There's no guarantees in life. How vicious can you get? Of course, he'll turn around and say, well, how vicious have you been to me? Well, circumstances are different between you and me, sir. At the risk of constantly repeating myself, which I have to, because with this individual, I have to repeat myself. Not to irritate my audience of hearing the same rhetoric over and over again. Sometimes I have to, because we're not dealing with somebody who can comprehend like the normal person can. So I'll say it again. His situation was self-created. That's a key statement. It was self-created. Nobody forced him to run away from his responsibilities of his visa fees, for one. Deserving of being deported for that alone. Just want to get this straight. And I want to make myself clear. I got to repeat myself with him because although it becomes an irritant to my audience, I know he's listening all the time. And to kind of get through to this guy is nearly impossible. When you're dealing with somebody of that cocky of a nature, it's very difficult to make yourself very clear to somebody, as you all been able to witness. He put himself in his own position and situation. But retaliation, that's where it got brought to the point where any expectation of any leniency for him on any avenue and regarding his court case is null and void. You're not going to compromise with somebody in any form or way that has gone that far to try to get me thrown out of the country and away from my family. Oh, you don't know what I'm thinking in my head. You don't want to know. Believe me, you don't want to know. You don't. See, that was a game changer right there, but he doesn't understand that. That was a game changer. To get his girlfriend to do his dirty deeds and all the other deeds she does for him, tending to his needs, being by his side, as if there's a future together, which there is none whatsoever. Relationship of convenience. I could call it a lot of other different words. that proverbial tool situation is real. Sure, I'm not happy about what he did with his girlfriend and whoever financed this. Oh, you could be sure about that. I'm not happy about that at all. Again, it's simply revenge. And because of that, that was that game changer I talk about, where he's expecting any kind of compromise, any kind of leniency. I'm not going to kneel down and kiss his girlfriend's ass and apologize for something that I don't need to apologize for, because none of the bullshit on her complaint was valid, truthful. I'll be damned if I'll ever get that low. Even if I had to get deported, I will still never get that low and bow down to any one of these people. I was going to use an expletive, but I decided not to. Bow down for what? Now, you've been a holy terror on here, Barry, for many years. You've built up quite a reputation for yourself just to come on YouTube to make a couple of measly dollars every now and then, a couple of pesos here and there. You call yourself a vlogger, but come on, man, get real. You're a whiner, you're a bitcher, you're a troublemaker, and you're a lot of things, but you're not a vlogger. Don't insult other vloggers on here with that kind of statement, because you don't understand what a vlogger is. You don't have the capabilities. You don't have the communication skills. You don't have the intellect to become a vlogger. You probably can't even write a complete sentence. Nevertheless, have made it through elementary school. That's just a fact. I just want to make it clear to my audience, I bow down to nobody. I stick to my convictions, and I will tell you that that report that was made against me was completely made out of his frustrating situation that he's having a court case and he's been incarcerated so far over 22 months. That alone should be a victory to me, but at this point, it's not a victory to me. I could see it as a victory, but it ain't over. It's not over until I get the satisfaction I'm looking for. At any risk with immigration with me, any situation involving that situation, nothing's going to change, especially now because he put that complaint in. Stop telling all the bullshit that you didn't influence your girlfriend, because that's exactly what you did. And stop telling people you're married when you're not. People see through you like you're a piece of cellophane. That you are so transparent to every single one of us on here. You're entirely transparent. How you live with yourself, I just really don't know. I don't know. Some people do. You're living your life is a whole lie. It's all it's ever been, on or off YouTube. Fact is, your family wants nothing to do with you. They won't even let you live in their garage anymore. Nevertheless, a cardboard box, which might be your option. You don't realize what you're facing when you finally do go back to America, because it just happens to be true. You got bench warrants. You got a felony because of your child support. Stop denying it. That doesn't disappear. You have a son that you talk so highly of. To be honest with you, I hate to bring children into this, but you sure brought Gilda's. But I'm being a little kinder. That your child, your boy especially, wants nothing to do with you. Why would he? You abandoned him at a young age. You didn't pay support to help this son that you love so much, to help him out. And whoever's raising your son, What do you expect? You're going to go back home and your kid's going to run into your arms and say, Daddy, you're home. That ain't going to work. It's just not going to happen. Your wishes and dreams are not coming true. You're not going to be able to get your girlfriend over to America. Even if you got married, you still wouldn't qualify for a 13A and all the bullshit about, well, she could come visit me on a tourist visa. Well, not that easy. And considering the distance between here and America, the expense, and living on $600 a month, I don't think that's going to happen. Why try to keep up a relationship where there's no point, but there's no future? There's nothing. And string her along, making her believe this and making her believe that. She's got to be more intelligent than that. She has to be. I refuse to believe that she does not understand the circumstances going on. Now, this is not about your girlfriend, this show, but I'm just adding these elements in here. Dude, you caused a lot of problems during the years, but boy, you really made your biggest problem with me. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hello, Stefan. The resentment his son must have for Barry must be a lot. You almost can't call him his son as somebody else raised him. Yeah, that would be correct. You know, I can't find one redeeming value of this guy. I can't even think of one goddamn thing as far as having redeeming values of anything, of having some substance, a conscience, a soul, if there is. I can't think of one damn good thing about this man. And I'm being respectful by calling him a man. I'm trying to be. You're never going to be forgiven with the bullshit you're putting me through right now with your girlfriend. You're never going to be forgiven for that. Keep that in mind. You're stirring up a hornet's nest. That's what you did. A big, mean, active hornet's nest that's going to have repercussions. Believe me, it will. Apologize to your girlfriend? Really? For trying to ruin my fucking life and family? You could both kiss my lily white ass for that. Apologize my fucking ass. That ain't gonna happen. Just face it. I want to expose both of you as who you people really are and what you have done. That's my goal. She's not coming out of this unscathed, if I could help it. I will push the issue of aiding and abetting and harboring you. I'm not going to be nice about this because neither of you are being nice about me. Do you think that's going to answer all your problems to try to get me deported from this country? Is that what you... Well, of course, that's what you're hoping for. But you got a fight on your hands, bud. The biggest war you're ever going to fight in your life. And it's me. I'm at the helm of my ship. And I'm going to fire upon your ship and I'm going to sink it in court. And any other side issues I will deal with as a result of what you did, said, continually do on your show. So in other words, there's absolutely no hope for you to make it easy. It's going to be up to the judge, ultimately. Up to the judge. I don't care if he only gave you 6 months of prison time. It's not the timely thing. It's the fact to get you somewhere where you are not in control as you think you are in your little convenient Motel 6 with your game control panel, your screens and monitors and cell phones and laptops and ice maker. You think you got it made in the proverbial shade, but try seeing yourself even 6 months in a Philippines prison. That 6 months could be equal to 6 years because it ain't the conditions that you're living right now. Yeah. Barry got mad and blocked me. Of course he did. And he was begging for donations. I told him, don't beg. I'm a loser? Is that what your handle is? And maybe that should be his show name. Look, you can't deal with Barry. Donations for what? You want to promote somebody of his nature who has done nothing but deceive the people in his world, whether it's on YouTube or outside of YouTube. Everyone he's met, he's destroyed a little part of their life somehow, or affected them in a negative way. He's not a nice person. He's not. He talks all this, well, look what you did to me. Man, I can't say it enough, but I'll still say it no matter what. Dude, you did it to yourself, okay? Stop whining about it. You did it to yourself. You're trying to make excuses to make me look bad, like the bad guy who put a loser in detention for over 22 months and is facing a trial. You deserve everything that I'm doing with you, and every one of my viewers, even those who claim to be, well, you got retractors, you got fence jumpers, and so forth, and your own so-called supporters that you throw mud in their face all the time. That's why they're not donating to you. They don't trust you. You got to have trust in somebody. You have to show respect to your viewers before you're going to get respect back in donations. That's just the way it works. But he doesn't understand compromise. He doesn't understand respecting his viewers instead of blocking them. And these are like viewers that have given him money maybe more than once. They came to the point they said, fuck this shit. How many times is he yelling at his viewers saying, fuck you all, suck his dick? So here we go with that suck his dick thing. I told you there's something to this, guys. There's something to this. He can't stop saying you could come suck my dick. Is there something about him that we don't know? Well, we know certain things about him from his past, but how about modern day? What is this about getting his dick sucked all the time by a male? I don't know. It's quite suspicious to me. Quite suspicious. That's all I'll say on that without elaborating. Everything is suck my dick. He's either an oversexed male, nymphomaniac of sorts, or likes the male presence of having a male put his mouth on his dick. I mean, hey, it's his words. You could all suck my dick. That's what he tells his viewers. Donators and everything, you could all suck his dick. That's not respectful to the viewers that have donated to him. And maybe have even supported him somehow, morally or moral. There's no moral on here. Okay, Stefan says that he has an image on his live streams about the free speech. I know. And it does not matter about your feelings, but the bloke blocks everybody and and gets mad at them for saying what they feel. I know, and he's promoting free speech, but he's not allowing anybody free speech. Imagine that. Oh, Barry would never do that, would he? The guy is he was born confused. I don't know what the deal is. He doesn't know how to dissect things, and make sense of something, and have any common sense at all in that fact. How many times we caught him in so many lies, whether it was about his marriage or whatever, or what he was doing with your donation money. Yeah, I'm not going to be on it too long. I got a few things I got to do today. Did he do a live last night? It indicated that there was a show that might have been put on. Did he do a live overnight, by the way? I didn't see it. That he may have conveniently deleted it. Notice this really can't be any compromise at all. I don't see how. I just don't see how. For the good or bad, or whatever judge makes a decision on this case, that's going to be the judge's decision, and I will abide by the judge's decision. No question. Well, I have no choice. I may want something different for him. I want a longer term. Now, do you think the judge could slap him on the wrist and give him a fine? I'm not saying that's impossible. But still, it would be, well, already pleaded guilty. So that kind of ends the story of his ability to come back into this country, both in combination of the long-term overstay and then having these 5 charges on him. No, that's, then he tries to change his tune. Well, I don't care if I return to the Philippines. I may not want to. No, it's because he may not be able to. He may not be able to. Yes, he did one about 1 o'clock in the morning. Sure, why not? I don't see it on there. If he did one at 1 o'clock in the morning. So what was he bitching and whining about now? Calling me a pedophile again and talking about singing a song to it. Oh, it surprised me. Surprised me. Well, send it to me. Do you know how? Send it. Whatever. I need a good laugh to start my morning. But I have to tell you, Barry, you pushed it just too far with me. You thought it was bad as it is, but let me tell you something, dude. I'm going to be really honest with you, man. I'm not real happy with you and your girlfriend right now. I'm certainly not. And stop saying you never talked about her. Hold on, I get. Yeah, well, of course it's the same old stuff. What else is he gonna? How would you deal with this guy? Oh boy, I don't want to get into that, but if this was a lawless nation, have pity on his soul, let me tell you. Have pity on his fucking soul if this was a lawless nation. If there was a fucking purge going on, allowable purge, he might be in trouble. I have taken enough of his bullshit. Enough. continual. What kind of a brainless wonder is he? They keep on doing these shows. I mean, I don't know. It's really weird. Maybe in some odd, insane way, he likes his situation. Because the fact is, he is saving some of his Social Security money. So the longer that's a good point. Listen, the longer he remains incarcerated, the more money he's able to save. So that if he does get booted out of the country, well, he will, there's no question about that, but then maybe he has enough money to go buy a used car or something, or find some temporary shelter or something. Because the more he it's prolonged that he's incarcerated, he gets to save X amount of money. Sure, he's using his Social Security money to buy, to buy his grab mails and all that stuff. He has to be, because there's no other resource. There is no other resource. I mean, there really isn't. That I'm aware of, certainly. Pat says he had a show. He said he will cook a steak from. Oh yeah, you're going to pay to be a membership to watch him cook a steak. Well, that's a reason to become a member. Only so, I guess, is check on the 3rd of the month. He said the 2 people give them the highest donations will get wrenches. Oh, there's something to look forward to. What's in it for them? They get a wrench. A wrench. They get a wrench. He already said he has no memberships. And who would be stupid enough anyway? Oh, I got one for today, but put that in there. Yeah. Like I said, who would be stupid enough to give him to get a donation just to get a so-called wrench? What's a wrench? What's another tool? Oh, he's used to working with tools, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, that's quite a perk. Oh, that's quite a perk. Get a wrench. Join my membership and spend 15 of your hard-earned money, dollars a month, to listen to the same fucking rhetoric over and over again. But you get a wrench. You're guaranteed to get a wrench. I'd be looking forward to that. Gotta have a wrench. It don't matter if you have a wrench or not, he'll still block you. If you don't give him money or something, or don't agree with his politics. He has saved nothing if he had to wait to buy a steak. Well, the other question is, how does he eat a steak? If you got only a couple little rotted black teeth on the bottom of your mouth, how do you eat a steak? Do you have to put it in a blender? Look, I know because my brother had no teeth. He loves steaks. The only way to eat them, it would have to be put into the tiniest little, tiny little cuts and pieces and basically just swallow. You can't even taste it. How do you eat a steak? How? How would you eat a salad? Even a salad. He's one of the most despicable people that's ever been on YouTube. Forget Peter Van Dever. Van Dever doesn't measure up to this guy. He is the new Peter Van Dever, times to the 10th power. Well, that's a mathematical thing, Barry, to the 10th power, but you would understand what that is. I still urge my audience to contact the Department of Immigration. Send it to BI Intel. You could look up that address, BI Intel. Tell them what you've heard. Tell them what he's done. Tell them you don't believe the bullshit report that was put together against me. Tell the truth. All the inconvenience that he has put me through, I can't even measure it. The inconvenience, how many years this just been going on? And he wants compromise? What compromise? You know, if I had to be deported, and had a choice between bowing down to that piece of shit or his girlfriend, either, I'll take the deport and I'll deal with it if that had to happen. Yeah, I'm not stubborn. Let me tell you something. When I aim to prove a point, I'm going to prove it. But the good news is that no matter what happens, when he gets to leave this country, and hopefully it's not for a long time, which is fine with him to be close to his girlfriend. But when he does leave the country, he ain't coming back, Jack. That I know for sure, between his immigration, long overstay, and the fact that he had criminal charges against him. He ain't coming back into this country. And I think that's a major accomplishment for me. Major. And I'm very proud of that. Well, he said on his show there's really no winners in this situation. I beg to differ. I've already won with him over 22 months being incarcerated. That's a win-win for me. No matter what he's doing with his girlfriend on a complaint, it's still a win for me. If you have to measure it in that way, or use that terminology of who's winning or losing, he already lost. Put up with this crap. I mean, sometimes, enough is enough. You don't like somebody, tell them you don't like them. But don't get on there and make up these stories about how, on one hand, he's saying, oh, I know, I don't think Frank would ever touch a child. All right, go with that. And I would never. Just because out of your anger, you're going to tell the world on international media, say to the world that this guy is a child predator. Well, a child predator, just to get straight, because you don't seem to have the understanding of what a child predator is. A child predator will touch a child. They will do horrible things. But he already said his own words. I know that Frank would never do that. So why'd you call me that? Because it felt good, right? Because you wanted to say some horrible things to label me as something. And then you went further than that. You got your girlfriend to do your dirty work for you, didn't you? You lousy piece of shit. You want to complicate my life? I'm going to complicate yours, and I already have. So congratulate me, people, because I already have. That deed is done, but it's not really over yet. The best is yet to come. So if you guys want to be proactive, I'm not asking for money. He's still begging. Buy my membership, anything, give me $2, anything, I don't care. Well, $2 donations or here and there is not going to help your situation out, buddy. You need at least $1 million to even address your situation. Where are you going to get that? Who's going to be foolish enough to give you 1 million pesos or more? When the smoke clears, who knows what the judge is going to say? He may not only award me, which I know I'm not going to get in money, he may award me my lawyer's fees. Okay. Punitive damages. The whole works. So how do you translate that? He said, well, Frank, he don't have any money to pay you. No, he don't. He better find a benefactor, that's for sure. But he won't, and he can't on the amount of money involved. So what happens in a situation like that? I'll tell you what happens in a situation like that. He stays in jail, wherever he's put. He don't leave that place until he could raise that money. As I said, this is not a case where I'm looking to make money and line my pocket. But I think after all I've been through with this guy, I deserve to have my lawyer's fees paid. I deserve to have put punitive damages into this formula. I'll take it as far as I can go. And yes, I know I'm not going to collect any of that money. I'm already aware of it. I'm not that stupid. He doesn't have that kind of money, nor can he raise that kind of money. But the reward is still the same. That if the judge deems it to be that he has to be responsible for all this, he will be responsible for it. And since he can't pay it, he just remains in jail somewhere. He also said on his show that he will have a 4-hour show about you when he gets back. Well, he could have all the shows he wants. I expect him to make a career, another career out of it. He's out of the country. Who the fuck cares anymore? People will get curious at first. How's your life? They want to see the continued train wreck. Well, he doesn't understand that when he reaches the shores of the United States, I think immigration is going to be approaching him at that point. Well, I don't have to live in Alabama. I can live somewhere else. They're not going to touch me. Are you so sure about that? How sure are you about that? No, tell me. Tell us. How sure are you about that? How sure? It's just beginning for him. It's not starting. It's just the beginning. Hold on a minute. When he's back in the U.S., he'll be another Peter V. Yeah. Oh, he could have 8-hour shows if he wants. He could have 8-hour shows, 24-hour shows. Who's going to give a fuck? The only reason people will tune in, once you're out of the Philippines, anybody, any concern or respect or anything to do with the Philippines is not going to want to listen to, like Popeye. They'll listen to him just for the drama thing, but he don't live in the Philippines. They just want to listen to him make a fool out of himself, and I don't blame him because he does a great job of that. He makes good drama, but the reality is that guy's never going to leave Florida. What has it been, 40 years since he's been in the Philippines? I mean, get real, Sorry, I'm multitasking at the time I'm talking to you. Forgive me. A few things I'm doing today. Some good things. Oh, and I guarantee tell you, the one thing that you guys can do, you actually can do, in the United States, makes it a lot easier, some of you, if you're in the United States or otherwise, but get a hold of the Social Security Administration, give all the information on him you can. Tell him how long he's been living in the Philippines, tell him that he's been incarcerated for how long, that he's facing criminal charges, because the fact is he should not be collecting his Social Security disability in this country. He wants to try to be a mean ass with me and complicate my life. Well, I'll just have to complicate his life just a little bit more. He can't live anywhere without a Social Security disability. This country or even in America. What is he going to do? Oh, get a job. But wait a minute, you're supposed to be disabled. How are you going to get a job if you're disabled? That's a good one. He'd be so destitute once he reached the United States, it ain't even funny. He'd be so goddamn destitute if he ain't in jail. Life has a way of biting you in the ass more than once. Mike Ross. Ricky and Brevis have what? Befriended your former tricycle driver. Oh, yeah, right. He was instrumental in Ricegate's success. He is being paid to tell them when you go to see Boone next. How would they know who my trike driver is? You want to hear this statement, Gilda? Huh? Mike Ross says that Ricky and Brevis have befriended your former tricycle driver. He was instrumental in the Rice situation success. He is being paid to tell them when you go to see Boo next. Mike Luna. They don't know who my trike drivers are. A lot of trike drivers. We use one a lot, but they said my former. Well, I'm actually on very good terms with any past trike drivers. That's bullshit. Listen to these losers, man. Ricky, Brevis. What do they all have in common? They're fucking deranged. That's what they have in common. They're fucking deranged. With a capital D. Master Pups, you can report him online at OIG at SSA. Well, give the people the full address. And I suggest to my viewers to do the same thing. What is that? OIG.SSA? I have different email addresses for that, but he wants to play tough guy with me, but it's just beginning. Remove somebody's income and that they're done. That's the ultimate. Remove their income and they're done. The Discord hidden folder. How do you guys get involved with that shit? And what drives you to get involved with that crap anyway? Is your life so void of anything good or valid or something that you have to spend that much time on the social media such as Discord and so forth? Master Puppets, I can't share the link. It's the Office of Inspector General at the SSA. Well, you guys do your deeds. I'll do mine. But if you want to be proactive in this whole deal, apparently you share the same dislike for this man that I do, apparently. So if that is the case, be proactive. I say that all the time. It's easy to talk about something and say, yeah, I don't like the guy and blah, blah, blah. But, sometimes you have to be proactive. I'm not going to push it on you. I'm just telling you there are things that you can do and not depend on me to do all the work. Because I've done a lot of work for all of you guys. If you really think about it, I've done quite a bit. More than my share of work. Let's just put it that way, okay? I've done more than my share. And it's time for payback and be more proactive and actually do something rather than, let's say, talk about it. I think we're at that point. Let's make it real as you can make it for this guy. And for good reason. And not for revenge purposes, no. Unlike him. Not revenge at all. It's retribution. It's legal issues. It's fraud. That's what it comes down to. Face the reality of it. It's fraud. He does not deserve to be on a disability. And yes, from what I looked up, he is entirely illegal to be collecting SSI in this country. It ends after so many months of being out of the country of the United States. It ends. So what's the best revenge, if you really want to be, quote, revengeful? Take away the guy's income. And believe me when I tell you, that would be the, like, one-stop shopping, is to take away his ability to make money. And boy, I'm working on that. But I said, don't depend on me. I'm just telling you, you got to be a little bit proactive, because talk is cheap. Obviously, talk is cheap don't apply to me, because look what I've done so far. I aim to please. They're planning to give you all this information only if the BI complaint is successful to sabotage Barry, whatever that means. Well, you know, his day is coming, man, and he's not going to like the results of anything. Look, I don't care if he just gets, 6 months in one day. I really don't. I don't care if he just gets 6 months in one day. As long as he gets something. And if all else fails, the very fact that he has been incarcerated for this period of time, and more to come, because the trial ain't over yet. He stays where he is or wherever they want to put him. But we're working on something else too, to see that maybe he gets a little different accommodations. Let's just put it that way. We're working on it. Oh, believe me, I am. You can trust me when I say that. I'm working on it. Did you know, if you exercise your memory, that he already had an order for him to be imprisoned? And that for some reason, they did not follow through on this. Yeah, and that's from the Bareilly courthouse. That was already a signed document. Oh, it certainly was. That's on the files. That's a signed document. So we can reintroduce it. Well, you know, he wants to play with fire. He found a furnace. I will tell you that. He found the wrong person to fuck with. Obviously so. And he knows he did. Mike Ross, they are planning to give you all the information. Who? Only if the BI complaint is successful. What information you talking about? May I ask you, Mr. Ross, what is the consensus? Not that it matters, on Discord, because I honestly don't go there. Are they all prank, or what's the situation with that? And what are they doing? It's like a wait and see thing with them. Are they supporting me? Has anybody, including yourself, ever put any reports in on him to the immigration office? Anybody? Or is it all just talk and just, something to talk about on Discord? I'm curious. I really don't go to Discord. Honestly, I don't go to Discord. I'm not connected with Discord. You gotta understand, Barry's a trapped rat, and he's trying to go for my neck. That's what he's doing. He knows the situation is horrible. Again, self-created. Nobody needs to feel any sympathy for this guy. There's no reason. He's worse than Peter Van Dever. I don't care what you say. He's worse than Peter Van Dever. He most certainly is. I beg to differ, you know. Mark Catley. Man, Popeye sure has a lot of time on his hands. Does he live on YouTube? Pretty much. Yeah, the guy's got to have something to do, so he does shows about me and cast and all that. There's nothing new about that. But we know the way he's living, and we know he's pathetic and a total loser. Now, have you guys seen the photos of Barry? The video on how fat he got? He says, I'm not obese. Obese means that your stomach is hanging down to your balls. No. He doesn't understand the meaning of obese. He really doesn't. Hold on, I gotta go around the corner here and I have to get something. If I lose signal first. So what's the consensus on Discord? Barry says he doesn't have an account there. Well, yeah, when his lips are moving. Okay, we've figured that out so far. I don't know, Barry. All I know is you got yourself into a world of hurt, man. Again, self-created. Stop your nonsense. Sometimes you got to know when to stop. But as he said, I'm never going to stop. Well, again, I posed that question many times. How? Question. And why don't you answer to one of your shows? How are you helping your situation? That's all I want. How does it help or will help your situation? That's what I want to know. Simple question. Shouldn't be that hard to answer. How is it help? Have you reported him? Let me tell you guys, if you really don't like this guy and you think he's doing wrong, and you really think he's doing, don't try to appease me in any way. No. You do it on your own accord. This guy is the scourge of YouTube. And he's an embarrassment as a foreigner in this country. He's a complete embarrassment to any person who's living here. He's a complete embarrassment. It makes us look really, really bad. And since Philippines is such a popular place, come here, Ginger. Hold on, guys. I'm multitasking for a reason here. Let me see. Okay. Had to do something here. Sorry. All the crap that he has put me through. That's bullshit. Yeah, apologize. Look, if I had a reason, if I had a valid reason to apologize to his girlfriend, and I most certainly would, I wouldn't think twice about it. But there is no reason. There's no reason. Oh, she's so depressed. I feel so bad for her. And PTSD. I've seen no signs of that, have you? You've seen the videos. She looked like a person who, hey, maybe she did have all that stuff, but maybe not from me, but perhaps from him. Perhaps from him. Maybe she's stressed out with this whole goddamn situation. Would you blame her? Would you blame her? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't blame her for that. I wouldn't. I mean, look what she's going through with him. How do you maintain a relationship with somebody. Do you have the other one of this?
No, I don't know.
How many socks?
I don't know. You are the one
Oh,
cooking.
okay, here we go. I'll take what I have. In here. Quiet. Oh, let's just say things are going to get a lot more interesting in time. They're going to get a lot more interesting. More to come, let me tell you, and I'm not saying that lightly. There's more to come. Because this thing is going to be turned into a bigger fiasco than he knows, than he'll ever believe. I got one pair. I don't. Well, it's like. He started something and I'm going to finish it. And yes, if you had in your mind, Frank, do you ever get tired of talking about this shit? Yes, I do, to answer your question. I get absolutely exhausted with this. Absolutely. He's a horrible person. Absolutely horrible person. There's no question about it. He's got to pay the price of the things that he has done to people. He has to pay the price. There's no ifs and buts about it. There's no question. He has to pay the price. And so far, he has been. But not to the extent that's needed. I will tell you that. Not even remotely as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Mike Ross. They've directed us to report Barry to the new DOJ website for Social Security fraud. Really? Yeah, Mark, it does seem like it has been going on for years, actually. Is the truth to that? It has been. Of course it has. So there has to be an end to this shit. I'm in my fucking retirement years. You think I need this crap? I don't need this crap. I don't want this crap. Why would I? I'll tell you what, Gilda ain't the happiest person in the world in regards to this matter. Believe me, if she could fucking scratch his eyes out, she would. There'd be no question about that. She don't like him, and especially when he talks about her, which he does, and all his lies saying that he did not message on Facebook her children. Guys, he did. That's what a piece of shit he is. You don't bring the children into this. And she shouldn't be brought into this. The fact is, he's jealous of my life, that he can't have my life. He'll never own a house in his entire life. Nevertheless, be able to rent something. He will never own a house in his life. He will never reach the goals that he fantasizes about on any fucking level whatsoever. That's guaranteed. And so be it. Payback is a bitch. But he's the kind of a scumbag that will involve my family here. No, he doesn't care. Him or his girlfriend doesn't give a shit about how this, if I was deported, would affect Gilda and her family. No, he don't talk about that. He doesn't have any understanding whatsoever. All I know is, in his mind, he's thinking, man, I want to get revenge for having me in this situation. No, sir. No, 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 no. Again, until it sinks in, your situation is self-created. You could lie all you want and run your mouth all you want. That we're used to that. It's self-created. I can't repeat that enough. Okay, so for those that really actually do want to be pro on this, do something. This talk is cheap. It's just cheap. Don't mean the damn thing. I gotta at least give myself credit that I actually do something rather than just talk about it. Give myself that credit. Pardon me, I'm just doing a lot of multitasking around here this morning, so kind of deal with me. Doing a lot of multitasking. Yeah, I'm going to find out the appropriate hours to actually give Social Security a call. Haven't sat down yet and figured out an ideal time, and there's certain days to call them too, actually, and during the week. But you could certainly write to the proper division of Social Security and get the word out. Hey, I don't expect donations on my show. That's not an expectation of mine. None whatsoever. I'm just saying that justice in this situation has to be served. It has to be. You can't let someone like him run around willy-nilly doing the things that he does. But you also got to understand, put yourself in my situation and ask yourself, honestly ask yourself, how would you deal with this? How much would you be willing to put up with this individual? How much? You know you're going to do the goddamn same thing I'm doing. You know that to be true. The same goddamn thing I'm doing. If not worse. That guy is lucky that he's fucking walking around, even though he has to wobble because of his weight. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. There is no justifiable reason for him to walk free. No justifiable reason. Sounds like I don't like this guy, huh? Have you come to that conclusion? And if you didn't, what took you so long to figure that out? I don't know, guys. Tell you what, you do what you want, but do what your conscience tells you. Do what you feel is right and proper. And that's all I ask. That's all I ask. Do what's right and proper under the circumstance. Send a letter over BI Intel. That's a start. Hold on, I gotta take a piss. I'm not gonna do it online. The biggest thing that he's worried about is that if his girlfriend's report, the deportation situation doesn't work out the way they were hoping. That's the biggest fear he has. Because if it doesn't work out, this guy will literally fall apart. I mean, he's already fallen apart. You can see it you could hear it on his show. There's no doubt about it. He's so frustrated and bedazzled by the whole situation that he created that he can't comprehend that this is happening to him. Why is this happening to me? I don't understand, folks. Well, you know why it's happening to you. Who could honestly say that they've done anything out there? What you need to do right now is two things. Two things. One, immigration. Contact the Bureau of Intelligence, the BI Intel. There is an email for that, BI Intel. Also, to something called the Cebu District Office. You could easily look it up. Email for Cebu District Office. Those are the two things you can do right now, other than contacting the Social Security Administration. It's two things you can do. And I would appreciate your help. Look, I've entertained you for fucking 10 years on here. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for anything other than people doing the responsible thing. That's all I'm asking for. Do the responsible thing. Would you like your family being broken up because of this guy? Of course you wouldn't. Well, you know, he hasn't seen the fire yet. Anyway, I got a few things to do and I need to get off here. So that's my last word. Today, tomorrow, whenever, contact the Social Security Administration, tell them what's going on with his incarcerating, his situation, court case, and everything else. That's one thing. Be proactive. I don't expect donations. I'm not asking for donations at all. All I'm seeking is justice, and for righteous reasons. That's all. I'm not seeking anything more than that. Nothing more than that. Be fucking active is what I'm asking you. Keep this guy off the streets of anywhere. You've heard the horrible things this guy has done. And it don't matter whether you're pro me or con me. It doesn't actually really matter. It's a matter of what's right and what's wrong. And all the things that this guy has done to qualify you or anybody else to take action on this. Because remember, it could be happening to you. So keep that in mind. Okay, I got to get off here. You know what you guys need to do.
Hello, Hel. Hello.
All right? So
Ang sasunod oras biyahe.
I don't know what more to say on this matter,
Ah.
except he's either going to have a nervous breakdown or have a heart attack, or his weight's going to continue. He's going to blow up like an overfed goldfish. Oh, he's not obese. Oh, no, your belly has to be hanging down to your nuts. No, it doesn't. We've seen the pictures. That's obese. You're 5'2", gremlin. You're 5'2", and you weigh 175 pounds, whatever it is. That's called obesity. Face the reality. You don't seem to face reality very well. Let's get on this campaign right now, today. Get a hold of Social Security. Get a hold of the immigration office, especially the immigration office. Contact the BI Intel unit. And also contact the Cebu District Office today. Let's get this show on the road. It's already on the road. But you can help. It don't matter whether you like me or not, or support me or my channel. You know the wrong this guy has done. Let's put an end to this, finally. Although I know you enjoy the drama and you enjoy the constant train wrecks, but it has to come to an end somewhere. His attitude really sucks. His demeanor sucks. His cockiness sucks. He sucks. He's not a very nice person in any form or way. He will use anybody if it benefits him in any way at all, whether it's monetarily or anything else. I hear crickets out there. Crickets. Do you hear crickets? We're on one of those in-between times. Yeah. I'll wait for a few people to show up here. Haven't done much of anything today. Well, according to what you mean by haven't done anything. But okay, where do we start here? Where do we start? How do I say something without saying something? That's kind of hard to do. Kind of hard to do. Alrighty then, we got 6 in the audience. 6 in the audience. Hello, peoples. People of the world court. Hello, how are you? Have you ever been to Hawaii? I have. John Smith. Good evening, John Smith. And I think I know a few other people that are in here, but are not introducing themselves. Okay, let me tell you how this all works here, guys. How do I give you information without giving you information? That's going to be interesting. Okay, got to start somewhere, don't I? Let's start somewhere. Okay. Now, this is, of course, going to be certainly addressed to Barry. To Barry. They called him Barry. They called him other things too. Of course, we love you so dearly, sincerely, and true. All right, enough of that crap, right? Here's the deal. Here's what I know that I'm willing to even talk about without talking about it, actually. I want you to know that every single thing that Mr. Jordan has been talking about on here is pure bullshit. Now, let me start somewhere. We call him Flipper. Yeah, those slippers were something, weren't they? Faster than lightning, everyone can see. Da, 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 da. I don't remember all the lyrics of that, but I used to watch Flipper. I certainly did. I enjoyed it. Ranger Rick, or I think his name was Rick, and yeah, Ranger Rick. That's what Rick you should call himself, Ranger Rick. Yeah. Okay, first of all, my very good friend Barry, let me tell you what's going to go on with you. I got bad news for you in a way, because you see, that plea of guilty that you said in court, that wasn't accepted. Your plea of guilty is not accepted. We have to accept it. We do. Me and my lawyer, we have to accept it. You see, your lawyer didn't file any motion. I mentioned this before. And you think he's just going to plead guilty and get a slap on your hand, but no. Case is going to go on. I think it's this month. I still haven't had a date. I wouldn't tell you if I knew, because I actually don't know. I actually don't know. I'm serious. But I'll be there. I know you won't, but I'll be there. But, hello, okay. I don't understand, Ricky. 1 minute he's talking to you, the next minute he's talking you down. Well, this is YouTube, man. What do you expect? I told you, these guys got really built up legs, all of them. They could jump fences like you wouldn't believe, like they're athletes. Here's the deal, Barry. I'll spell it out in your situation. You said you pleaded guilty. The judge can do this today. Slap at the hand, go home. No, you're not. Here's the deal. Your plea of guilty was not accepted by the court. There was no written statement in the plea bargaining deal for us to accept your plea of guilty. You are still guilty. Still guilty, but your plea for guilty is not going to work for you. How do I know that? I do. Today, especially. Um, you see, the problem is with these, you know, these big-time lawyers that you hire, or somebody else hires for you, or whatever. They're not very well educated, apparently. They're not very well educated. And let me tell you why. You want to know why? Because even though you came on camera in front of the court and judge and pleaded guilty, your plea of guilty is not accepted by the court because it has not been accepted by the party that's bringing you to court, which is me and my attorney, who is also a prosecutor. We did not follow the protocol. The protocol would have been in all this time, to file a motion for plea bargaining, which he did not. It makes your plea of guilty null and void. Now, some people might say, well, shit, that's not a good thing. Oh, it is. It is. Because he thought by pleading guilty that they're just going to, be done with it. I'm on my way home, brothers. Yeah? Get that brisket ready for me. No. No, 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 no. He's going to be in there for a while. And the other thing I know, for sure, 100% sure, you will never be able to come into this country again once you are deported. There will be a sentence on you with this case. There will be. There will be. The evidence is there. And I don't even have to introduce any other evidence unless I want to file a motion, which is going to be brought up in the court during my testimony. And I'll have the recordings to back it up. When I'm on that stand, brother, son, when I'm on that stand, I can address the judge about your death threats and inciting violence and death on me. I could do all of that during my testimony. You betcha. You got a long way to go, son, boy. You got a long way to go. And they're also going to be made known since the beginning of the charges. You have continued vigorously and rigorously and continually, while you have these charges on you, to utilize your cell phone and other paraphernalia in your jail cell. Okay? You worked against yourself is what you did. You worked against yourself, like I told you and warned you. Because when the judge comes down to sentencing, all that is going to be taken into hand. And thank you very much, by the way. You served me yourself on a silver platter with evidence. The evidence we have, we could never bring to a court. We got, believe it or not, folks, we got too much evidence. Have you ever heard of that? We got too much. There's only so much we could bring to the table. Now, obviously, the courtroom and the judge saw his video on there when he was caught in the act, on camera too, on top of it, everything else, not just audio, of saying what he did to me. That's a crime. He may not see it as a crime, but it indeed. So much for his freedom of speech in this country. John Smith, sorry, I didn't read it. With the hunchback, 7 years overstayed, he thinks he can just get on a plane and just come back. What planet is this man living on? I don't know, man. He lives in a planet called Bizarro. So here's the facts, and I'm going to tell you a few other things too. A little hint. Can't tell you everything. Little hint. It's like this. It's like this, as he likes to say. You will never, ever, 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 once deported and after your conviction, be able to come into this country ever again. It has been established, and I know it as 100% fact. As much as I love this woman that's laying next to me right now, I could tell you that. You will never be able to come back into this country. It is over. It's over. Okay? And you're not married? And Social Security is going to be contacted. I think some other people might be doing that too. You're also going to go back to your country someday in the future and be penniless, except for what you've saved so far, which is Social Security. Whatever you manage to stock away, like a squirrel. Little squirrel with the chubby cheeks. Aren't they cute? He's got a big old chubby belly and an ass and arms now. Big guy, man. Can't even fuck with this guy, man. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm not going to fuck with this guy. He's a big boy now. Hey, Mr. Sorry, I never can pronounce your last name, so I'll just call you Mr. I checked on the BI website, and his motion for reconsideration expired after 15 days. He needs to apply again. His motion for reconsideration? Oh, that he tried to do? Oh, the best and the brightest is here. Welcome aboard, man. All hail Frank of the family Battaglia, the true crown king of the community. John Smith says, what will happen to his girlfriend? Who the fuck cares? Bammy boasting dirty 6 C's. Bigger than that, I think, man. Did you see that freaking Facebook video I had on him? Holy shit. Well, if you didn't see that, then you saw Brevis's one, right? He goes, I'm not obese. I'm not obese. Then what are you then? When you're like about 37-something% body mass index, I mean, what are you? He said, I don't have a tummy. Only obese people are the ones that have their belly hanging down to their groin. Where'd you get that idea? Einstein? You seem to know everything. You're your own lawyer. You're a professor. You're everything, dude, aren't you? Laugh my ass off at Frank. Who the hell? He looks huge, doesn't he, Clint? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I had a very busy day today. You have no idea. No idea. All right. What could I say? Well, I hate to give kind of some bad news to you, Barry, but besides having to tell you that you definitely will never be able to get into this country again, that it's going to be over. Whatever the judge decides, and, you know, whatever's put upon you, if the judge decides for, you know, punitive damages, legal fees, all that stuff, and despite you having a summary deportation, well, unfortunately, you're not going anywhere until you serve your time, whatever he decides to give you. And if you don't pay those, if it's actually awarded by the judge, well, hate to tell you, what you can't pay, you stay, you stay. You know how Ricky likes to say, you pay, you pay? Well, I'm going to say, if you can't pay, you stay, you stay. Now, in regards to me, without giving too much information, which I'm not going to, I'm not going to be arrested for not doing an ECC. It's been established already today. It's been already established because it's not a willful act of not doing an exit. That indeed is administrative. And it makes a world of difference. Now, let's say I can't leave the country, which I can't. I mean, I can't leave the country because they have not made a resolution. And if they haven't made a resolution, there's nothing going to be done. I'm not going to be a detainee. There's no police that'll come to my door. And fortunately for you, I'm not going to be in a cell next to you. Sorry. Barry fantasizes too much. All gold, I mean, okay? Hope you were all with your visa mate, yeah. So yeah, the truth is, no, I can't leave the country. I can't do an ECC. Now, here's what's going on in the resolution of this case. Well, they're dealing with a shitload of pogos, which is taking a little bit more precedence over this. Okay? It's taking a little bit more precedence. And Barry's wondering, he didn't renew his visa. I know he didn't. He's full of shit. He's a liar. I'm not going to tell you either way what happened. By the way, I'm not home. I made a little trip today. I'm not home. That's all I can show you is this. I don't have a cheesy air conditioner like this. No, we've got, we got nice air conditioners in my house. John Smith, they won't come and arrest you because you would have only stayed. And as the immigration people actually told me, I could say that this is not a case of any sort, a situation, if anybody's concerned about visa and ECC. This is at the bottom of the fucking barrel. You're not going to be put in a jail cell. You're not going to be detained. Nothing like that. Nobody's going to come to my door. Nothing like that. Resolution is the word. Now, if the resolution is in my favor, then yippee-yay-ki-yay. If it's not in my favor, there are things that I already know I can do, which I'm not going to share with anybody on here. There would be a court of appeals, absolutely. What happens during that time of the court of appeals, that's the part I'm not going to share with you. But do I sound upset today? No. The best and brightest, of course you are. Enjoy your trip, Frank. Regards to Gilda. She's right here. Mr. Istarahe says, give your best. Oh, no, that's the best and the brightest. It says, give your regards to Gilda. She's right here, right beside me. This little beautiful thing. She's right at my side, where she always is. As far as I'm concerned, she always will be. Mr. Sid came in here. Sid, how are you, Sydney? People reported Barry for years and nothing happened to him until the knife incident. No, nothing happened to him until I had my lawyer actually file a legal case on him for immigration. Everybody's saying it's because of the knife-wielding incident. No. News Central. Wrong. There were 2 cases filed against Barry. One was cyber libel, and the other one was an immigration report, just like his girlfriend reported me. We did the same things for my legal office. It was not the knife-wielding incident. I hate to bust everybody's bubbles. Blowing bubbles in the air. Pop them if they're there. Blowing bubbles in the air. What are you doing to me? No, that was my undertaking. I hate to bust the bubbles. No, it was an actual legal complaint filed by my attorney's office. It's just that it made the news, and the knife-wielding incident did not help his situation, I can tell you that. Nobody was paid off, nothing like that, all this talk. And by the way, I'm also going to tell you, people, that every single thing that he's been saying on his show on a daily basis has all been a crock of shit. He wants to intimidate me. He wants to incite others against me. This is what it's all about. He knows he's in a shit situation that he, my friends or foes, he's not going to get out of. Now, I'm dealing with my own situation. Oh, trust me, I am. Just trust me on that. That's all I'm going to say, because I say too much on here. I'm dealing with it. Okay, I got to read. Best and Brightest says, don't share my info. Bummer crumbling on his live streams provides enough info on how things are going. Huh? 26. Sid says, of course he puts on an act that no one really believes. He was going through, he's going through things mentally, yes. John Smith, come on, Frank, Barry wouldn't lie. No, he would never do that.
Yeah, he's
I'm on 14% battery here, actually. I'm going to take that away because I forgot to bring my charger. We got one charger. Oops, I did it again. Da 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 da. Jailhouse rock, jailhouse rock. You that jailhouse rock, let's rock. Baby Barry, let's rock. Let's rock. Do that jailhouse rock. He killed us looking at me like, what the fuck? As the best in the brightest says, if his lips are moving, he's begging. God, has he been begging? Well, I got to join up, man. $15 a month, that's a steal, man. I'm going to have to go to his premier channel there, it's exclusive. What are the perks, man? Do I get like a free Barry hat or something like that? You got to get something for that. $15 a month, revolving, just, onward. That's a bargain for me, man. Let's go all run out and go join his membership. Shit, I would. Absolutely. 28 aboard. Welcome aboard, folks. Ding dong, the bells will ring. So let me kind of refresh this if you're just kind of coming in here. I'm not telling you hardly shit, but yet at the same time I'm telling you something. What I've established so far is a fact. He's not married. Of course he lied to you. Okay? And guess what? His plea of guilty has not been accepted. He thinks because he said it in court, well, on camera anyway, in front of the judge in court. Nope. Nope, nope, and nope, nope, and nope, nope again. We did not accept your plea of guilty, son. We didn't accept it. And you better hire better lawyers because they're not working out. The proper protocol, and I have to tell you, to tell your lawyer what to do? Damn. Well, what your lawyer should have done, I hate to give you this information, but it's free information, free of charge. Pro bono. Pro bono. Your lawyer had to file a motion for plea bargaining, which your old lawyer didn't do, or whatever lawyer you got. Maybe Ricky's your lawyer. I don't know. Somebody's your lawyer. Maybe you're the lawyer. Maybe God's your lawyer. I don't know. Or maybe that fluffy little dog that comes by and licks your fucking asshole all the time in your cell is your lawyer. What the fuck do I know?
He's a lawyer.
Barry's a lawyer. Do you know he's a lawyer now, but he never made it out of, I think, what was it, grade school? No, he never made it out of there. Oh, boy. Let's see here. It's Rante. Plea was not accepted. Ha ha. Yeah, no, his plea was not accepted.
He's not accepted.
I found that out today. Well, I knew that actually, but
Because if they accept the plea, you and the judge, then the Barry, so you talk together to be accepted from you if he plead guilty.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we have to accept the plea, and then finally the judge.
And then they get a written up for to the judge for the plea guilty that you accepted what he
Yeah,
are plead.
right. See, we did not accept his plea of guilty. So right away he's thinking, fuck it, I plead guilty, man. Judge could go slap me on the wrist, go send my ass home. Go send me home. I go to my Dodge Ram or whatever, my cardboard box. You don't know what he's going to be facing when he gets back, whenever that is, folks. Felonies, whatever, bench warrants. Oh my God, could it get any worse for this guy? Yes, it could, and it might with a second case. I'm just waiting to see what happens with the resolution, man. And we're going to have that second case out the window, my friend. That second case on you for your death threats. But here's the thing. I may not have to, but we'll see. And the reason why, because during my testimony, I am going to bring that up to the judge. And I have some recordings, and he'll probably allow me to do it. And he's going to get updated on what's been going on while you're in your cell. And while you have those 5 charges on you, and how you have not been a very cooperative boy. And so whatever his sentence on you is going to be severe. Well, more severe than a slap on the wrist. And tell you what, son, we're going to send you home. Get the fuck out of here. We don't need your type here. But let me see your wrist. I'm going to personally slap it. Well, don't hurt me, Judge. Don't hurt me. All my life I've been hurt. And I want to hurt other people. So I feel better about myself. Why am I in a great mood today? I don't know. Let's see. Uh, the best and the brightest, of course. You are the brightest, man. I like your name. Your haters are going to say, you sound, oh yeah, listen to me. I am so nervous. They're going to say you sound, that's what they always say. You sound so nervous and running out of options. They never learn, Frank. That's why they all float. That's right, they all float, don't they? Best and brightest. John Brown, oh shit. What did you guys do? What? Who are you talking about? John Brown, I don't know who you are, bro. Bummer on suicide watch after the next hearing. Ouch! I'm surprised he hasn't done it so far. So let me make myself perfectly clear, Barry. Now, I know it takes really a while for things to kind of set in your brain. Okay? I know what date it is today. I know it very well. Either the trolls or yourself don't have to remind me. I know exactly what date it is today. But there's things you don't know. And I'm not worried about my exit because I can't exit. Not by my own wrongdoing like you did, Barry, in your almost 7-year overstay willingly. Mine is quite the opposite. And immigration looks at it as such. That the only thing is, if I can't leave the country, son, boy, if I can't leave the country, it's just going to be a matter of some fees and penalties that you have to pay. Like, you're due, you have to pay. Same for me. I don't think I'm going to be overstaying for 6.5 years, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Okay. No, I'm not in jail. Somebody else is. Clint Aston is here. Welcome aboard my machine. Frank, you are doing the people of the Philippines a great service, and I am proud of that. I'm very proud of that. Mr. Isto Rahe, I can never pronounce it, dude. I wish you'd come up with a simpler name. The Stooges, Jay, Licky, and Fairy were live. Oh, really? Licky was live today on Havoc. On Havoc, sounding very confident for the Frisbee. Really? Mr. Story, that sounds better, man. I can't pronounce that name. So let me read that again. The Stooges, Jay, Licky, and the Fairy were live today on Havoc's show. Sounded very confident for the Frisbee. Now, what does that mean, sounded very confident for the Frisbee? Confident that he's going to be put away? Or confident that Frisbee's going to do some damage to me? So which is it? And you agree with Clint. What did Clint say? Okay. You're doing the people of... Well, guys, look, I'll say this 1,000 times and still mean it. Put yourself in my shoes and understand where I'm coming from. Then you'll understand. And you're not in my shoes, okay? What he did was so wrong. And to have his girlfriend get involved, that he swore in the past he'd never get her involved in everything, but he did. You know what she's doing is not right. You know she's doing it for him. You know he convinced her to do that. It just has to do with revenge. The immigration will see this. But I got a hint somewhere. I'm not saying this is 100%. I'm not going to mention a person or an agency or anything like that. Play it safe. Somebody was paid off. Somebody was paid off. Because that report would have never made it through. Let's just say I have some legal people behind me that believe that's what's going on. Yeah. Confident, damage on you. What is that? You get another bite? Huh? I don't know.
Huh? Look at this.
What is that? What, a new one? Wait. Hold on. Okay, let's try to read the comments. Confident damages on you. Oh, they're confident that there's damage on you by Barry and the Stooges. Shh. All right, you didn't tell me that. You know how many heads are going to roll? I won't even go into it. And there's a few other people that need to worry about something. Immigration knows exactly what's going on with these complaints by other people. Let's just put it that way. They know it's all part of a YouTube revenge thing. They're all aware of it. I know it as a fact. I know it as a fact. Okay, again, I'm not done yet. I got to get a hold of Social Security. I've been procrastinating because I've been kind of busy. I've been a busy little beaver. I got to get a hold of Social Security again. I got to find a more direct contact than the one I had. We're going to get this, help the taxpayers. We're doing a service to the community, but we're going to do a service to the American people. The one that he likes to wave the flag to is love for America. But what did he do to the taxpayers in America? What did he do? He falsely, I'm sure of it. No disclaimer. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. That he's collecting Social Security disability when he shouldn't be collecting it in this country. Not the same as regular Social Security disability. Pension, it's different. He shouldn't be collecting it. And you could bet your bottom dollar or peso that I'm going to be real keen on this issue. Shh, don't tell anybody though. Barry, you jumped into a fucking lava pool is what you did. Look, you want to know the truth about something? I don't give a fuck what you say on your show anymore. I got more evidence on you than I would need in a decade. I still take your stuff down. I still copy it. Don't get me wrong. I got so much evidence on you that there's no room for any more evidence. Unless we'd have like a 1,000 counts on you. Well, be fair. Yeah, no, 1,000 counts on you. We can't do that. No, that we can't do. It's just too much paperwork. Just a little bit too much paperwork. But I'm going to tell you. People have woken up about you. The woke generation has woken up. In regards to you, Mr. Barry Lee Jordan. You one major fuck up. And you fucked yourself over. Stop turning it around. And by the way, stop doing you're embarrassing yourself. You're doing an autobiography. You know what an autobiography is, Barry? Do you have a clue what an autobiography is? Do you have a clue? Every show of yours is an autobiography because you're talking about yourself. You are. And you don't even know it. So they had a little shoe on today, huh? Whose show was it on? Oh, Havoc. Havoc doesn't keep his shows on. But Barry, you ain't going anywhere. Enjoy your stay. You cannot, or actually, if you're just tuning in, which I doubt you just tuned in, you know when I come on. You damn well know when I come on. Look, go ahead, call me every name in the book. Do it every show you can. Every show. This just adds up, makes it worse for you. Just makes it worse. Don't forget, it just could get included in our second case. And there'll be more than 5 counts on there, brother. So if you're really happy where you are, living that way, stop complaining then. That it's hot and humid, you want the fuck out of here, and you want your freedom. Sorry, you're not going to get your freedom, at least for quite a while, the way I see it. Because I'm not even sure there's even a hearing this month. Because my own lawyer hasn't heard. And he knows nothing of, guess what, another thing, folks, add more. But watch that sugar. Let's add more. My lawyer don't even know if he has a new lawyer. Normally, it would be an introductory thing. Hey, how you doing, Ralph? Hey, how you doing, Bob? By the way, I'm Barry's new lawyer. Oh, good to meet you, sir. I'll be representing Barry in this case. Okay, good to meet you. Handshake. Okay, see you in court. No. There's been no notice to my lawyer about a new lawyer. There's been no notice that his old lawyer has left him behind in the dust and dirt because of his non-cooperation. None of that. None of that. We got a supporter here. Okay, guys, I have 2% battery, so we're going to have to charge this up. So I think you got the gist of what I'm talking about. Say, no, Barry, I'm not going to be arrested. No, they're not going to throw me in a detention cell. So what do you say to that? Oh, I know you'll have plenty to say about that. More lies. We're waiting for your lips to move again. We just look forward to that. Gotta go, folks. Gotta go. Things to do, people to see. Know what I'm saying? And by the way, thank you, folks, for the good dialogue here. I really appreciate it. Oops, I did it again. Da-da-da-da. What else are you going to say now, Barry? What are you going to say now, Barry? I don't believe this guy. He's lying. He's lying. I tell you, Your Honor, he's a pedophile. I'll tell you, he sung a song, Your Honor. He sung a song. And what a great voice he has, Your Honor, by the way. But he sung a song. Hey, perhaps we could all sing that song in court together. Yeah. Maybe we could. The Mushroom Man, the Mushroom Man, the Mushroom Man. Have you seen that Mushroom Man? And then everybody comes in the chorus on there. The best and the brightest, says my last comic, has only got 2%. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Thank you for the update. Looking forward to Frisbee Freakout. By the way, Barry, I'm in Mandowi. I'm close to you. I may come up there and visit you and say, howdy doody. I'm in Mandowi. I'm in Mandowi, Barry. Bye-bye. Toodaloo. Ta-ta. I'm not nervous. I promise you I'm not nervous. He's doing a show every day. Raising his voice and yelling profanities. I tell everybody he's right and everybody's wrong. And he's attacking his viewers left and right. I don't like what you said. I'll time you out. Oh, well, let's be generous this time. We'll give you 5 minutes. Oh, he loves that power and control, doesn't he? I wonder how else he uses that power and control. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder where he's put away. There he will stay. Well, we'll see, said the blind man. Well, he's just attacking all his viewers, and what's going on with that? He's not frustrated. It shows what a louse he is. He goes, I got free rent, and I got free electricity and free water. That's how much respect he has for anything. Everything that's free, he's good with it. He's good with it. Well, let him get used to it. It's probably the best living conditions he had since he's ever been in the Philippines. I gotta get rid of this screen. It's too dark. I can't even see how many people are on here. Only a couple of people. No. What do I got? It's 4 thumbs up at least. I got this white screen. What you're seeing on the thumbnail is okay. The U.S. Embassy should help the Americans that are being held by immigration. My civil and human rights are being violated. He goes, the Bureau of Immigration is taking money. And this is the letter to the president, I think. Yeah, I think this is a letter to the president. The Bureau of Immigration is taking money from Frank Battaglia to keep me in detention in Cebu. Deportation. I have a deportation. Your order, yet I'm being held 21 months. No, it's 22. Going to be 23 from when he wrote this. Frank Battaglia is filing cases on Americans. Who's all these Americans I'm filing cases? How many people are filing cases? Filing cases on Americans and others for money. For money? I thought it was justice. Someone calls him a name and he files a case against them. The Bureau of Immigration refuses to let me go to the hospital. The living conditions are not fit for a human. No running water. But you just said you like it there. You got free rent and electricity. What are you bitching about? They do. They says they do. Two Dios. They do not feed you. I have to buy my own water and my food and pay for my own transportation. The corruption is unreal, he says. I want to go home, he says. U.S. He's telling the Philippines to do their jobs. That's on my thumbnail. Yeah. I think this is to the U.S. Embassy. You tell them they should help the Americans that are being held, immigration. I don't know, sounds like you like it, man. Free is good, Clint, you're right. Free is good, free is good. Free is good. That's his motto. Free is good. Whether it comes from a woman, bar, but I don't care where it's from. If it's free, he don't pay his bills, it's all good. He'll take out that knife. You gotta watch out. Call him Barry the Knife. Here to Mac the Knife. He's Barry the Knife. Barry the Knife. And yes, he does carry it around a lot. He carried around in TGIF, guaranteed. He was going for his right pocket. I know he did. So anyway, he's going to defend himself with a tool. He's got a baseball bat. He might need it in that cell because he's going to piss somebody off one time or another. And they may use it against his ass. So I guess I didn't get to see the rest of his show. I had an important chore, errand to do, so I really couldn't. And of course, he took it off, hit and run. But then again, I do that too. But the reason I do it is different because I don't need to have it on my channel because the copycat channel puts it right on. So what do I need to have it on my channel for? There's no reason. I'm not trying to get extra viewers or any crap like that on here. I don't give a shit. Obviously not. How many do I have? I can't. With this white background. Let's see if I can change this. Can I change? I don't know. How about this one? Remember her, Barry? You remember her? Oh, what happened with her? The kid? She's the one at the mortuary or the pigsty, the crematorium. Yeah, I think she's the one. Oh. Maybe this one here has always been my favorite. Is that not a look-alike or what? Or what? Well, look at this one. This one here, Barry got as big as Tim K. I don't mean with the muscle. That's about the size of Barry right now. Seriously. I saw the video. All right. She said, no. Done. Okay. Always 13. I know, man. 13 people, just special people, very special people. Love me. Yeah. Always that famous 13. Damn, that girlfriend broke out with something. I don't know what it was in her skin, all over. Had to go get some cortisone cream and some Benadryl tablets. Hopefully that'll work. We can't figure it out. I don't know. We had problems at the house too. I get bit by something all the time. The dogs don't have any fleas. There's no ticks around. There's nothing, We have those tiny little ants, but she didn't get this till we were where we were at the time. We were in an eating establishment in Mandawi, down the road. Um, I don't know. I didn't break out in anything. I said, "What the hell?" We both have sensitive skin. Well, I tell you one thing. I'm buying. I'm buying a laundry detergent. That free and clear stuff. Clint says, "Hi, Gilda. Hope you are well." Yeah, me too. Some skin. It's in numerous places. Back. Things like that. We don't know what it is, but I didn't hesitate. This is what I do for my gal. I didn't hesitate. We went over to the dang drugstore, got some cortisone cream, got some Benadryl tablets, got it in her right away. That's what you do when you love someone, really love someone. I'm still trying to catch up with the Gene Hackman thing. How did him and his wife and a dog die? Very mysterious situation. And of course, Trump is making enemies all over the world, and some of you voted for him. I warned you. I warned you. You didn't listen, and it's just starting. People are just flooding out of New York, and it ain't in other places. It ain't just the illegal immigrants. But even the illegal immigrants are fucking rioting now. They were let into this country. And did you know that New York City is a sanctuary? It's a sanctuary city. Even I didn't know that. Never knew it was a sanctuary city. But anyway, we want to talk about those politics. Yeah, I didn't hear but half of Barry's show. He sounded awfully upset to me. And then somebody asked him a question. "You sound really nervous." "I ain't nervous. I ain't nervous. That's the way to talk. I mean, I got it good here. Why should I be nervous? I get laid." But then again, didn't he once tell us that he wasn't getting laid, that they weren't allowing conjugal visits unless he was married? And he's not married, so who's he getting laid by is the key question. Because he said it himself. "No, you got to be married to have the conjugal visits here." gotta be married to have the conjugal visits here. How's he getting laid? He just said he's got it good there. "Oh, good, so maybe you'll be staying longer. We're glad that you like it there. You get to stay a little longer. You got free electricity," like he said, his own words. "I ain't suffering. Everybody thinks I'm suffering, son. Everybody thinks I'm suffering. I have water. I have free electricity. I got free rent. Although I got cockroaches, rats, cats, and dogs coming around, and cats pissing in the hallway, and high humidity mosquitoes, and water coming down from the ceiling. But it's one of the best living situations I had, so I can't complain." Yeah. Good reason. Well, I'm glad he likes it there. He'll have plenty more time. Because court hearing may not even be this month. May not even be this month. It's got to be. I mean, it has to be. It has to be. If not, April, May, I don't care. I could wait. I'm not going anywhere, brother. You want me to, but I ain't going anywhere. No, sir. I got to wait for that little piece of paper. Yay or nay on it. And even so, do you know I could voluntarily deport while they're doing their Court of Appeals? I could do a voluntary deport. Get to explore another country and their culture and their foods. Yeah. Let's see. What am I missing here? Mama-san. Put a message but retracted it. Yeah, I haven't been to a lot of countries. Know what I'm saying? Mama-san says, "Sir Frank, our cook for the girls said the steak Barry showed is a decaying piece of ground beef, not a steak." Did he show a steak? I don't know. I didn't see his whole show. I had a few things to do. Clint says, I looked up footage of the Confederates demonstrating The Rebel Yell. Funny as shit. Is that where he picked it up from? That is unique, I must say. I'm going to say it. It's unique. It's unique. It's unique. He's got something unique going there. I am a woman in love. Let me tell you who's one of the best looking women in the world. Well, besides my partner here. Monica Bellucci. If you see the younger pictures of her, not related to Bellucci brothers, you know. This is Monica Bellucci. She's an Italian gal. Holy crap. She's still looking good. She's a little bit older now, not terribly old, but she has got to be the most alluring, sexy-looking European woman you could ever see. Monica Bellucci. Look up some pictures of her. If you don't know who she is. Yeah. The Rebel Yell. Sorry, I like to do imitations, but I can't imitate that one. That's just too unique for me. That's too unique. You gotta be a hillbilly to do that shit. I can't do that. Certain things I can do, and there's certain things I can't. I couldn't even try. He's got that one down pretty good. So I'm glad to hear that he's having a good time in his cell. He likes the free rent and electricity. Well, like I said, it's the best living condition he's ever had since he's lived out here. Yeah, give him a thumbs up for that. Well, glad you're happy in here. I'm just glad to accommodate you even further. How'd you like that? Barry's saying, I will be permanently blacklisted. How the fuck do you know? You a lawyer? Or your lawyer don't know anything? Really? Got your ass in court, didn't he? Got your ass a report to get you into immigration detention, didn't he? My lawyer don't know anything. You're right, he don't know nothing. He succeeded so far, hasn't he? Oh, he sure has. He sure has. Barry's a lawyer now. Now he's a lawyer. What kind of name could we give him as a lawyer? Poindexter at law? I don't know. And he keeps on saying, I'll be able to come back. You wait and see. I ain't permanently blacklisted. He goes, how do you know that? He says, how do you? Because I know that. Because if you have 7 years of immigration overstay and then you have a criminal case against you, you're not coming back, Jack. You're not coming back, Jack. You could try fighting it, but it takes a lot of money. But you'll be out of the country at that point after you served your time. No, you're not coming back. I do know it as a fact. You mentioned this on your show. I caught that much. Caught that much. But you're wrong. And stop referring to your girlfriend as your wife. People are hip to this shit. Cut it out. Cut it out, boy. Son. Nobody believes a word that comes out of your mouth. That's why they're laughing. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you, son. They're laughing at you. Your voice, Ray, they can tell the nervousness in your voice. You're going to have a nervous freaking breakdown. A nervous breakdown. And you might as well go on camera, man, because everybody saw you on Facebook and the other thing. I mean, you're fat. Let's face it. It's not an insult. It's an observation. I like that. It's not an insult. It's an observation. Go fly with that one. Bring me to court on that one. The fact is, you're fat. First you were emaciated, now you're fat. Well, you wanted to gain a little weight, didn't you? Don't bitch about it. You gained a lot of weight. And yes, you are technically obese. I'm sorry if anybody out there is obese. I'm just stating the facts. Don't take nothing personal from me, folks. It's just a fact, son. It's just a fact. Keep on eating those fries and burgers and hot dogs, bread, and all that good stuff that you like to eat every day. You're going to have to put your... Well, you don't go on camera, though. But if you're going to go on camera, anybody, you might want to use a wide-angle lens version on there. You just may have to. All right, what else you folks got to say before I get off on this thing? No, son, you will not be able to get out. And let's reiterate. about the guilty plea. The guilty plea. Uh, Let me straighten you out on this. Look, I was with my lawyer's associate today. What do you think I was? Doing other things too, but we discussed that. We absolutely did. Sure, things are decided by the judge, but you see, the beauty of this.
Aircon.
What?
Aircon.
What about the aircon?
Off. Yeah.
It's off?
Yeah.
Why is it off? I don't know. Okay.
Hello.
His future will be fatty on a mobility scooter. Um, Here's the thing with that. You see, Barry, you pleaded not. You pleaded guilty, right? It's on. Medium. Okay, let me get this straight. Let me get you straight. You pleaded guilty, right? We on the same page? Okay, good. It wasn't accepted by the court or by my lawyer. You see, we have a role in this. It's like part of like plea bargaining stuff, which your lawyer has not done. So you're gonna be going to court for quite a while, buddy. Quite a while. Even if I got my ass deported, you'll still be going to court, Mo. You're telling me our lawyer don't know nothing. God, he know enough to get a law degree. And they have to study immigration and everything too. That's part of it. It's all part of the law process with the lawyers out here. They can specialize in any endeavor that they want, but they have to learn all different aspects of the law. We love you, Sir Frank. Oh, Frank loves you too. All of y'all. All of y'all. But I want to straighten that out, bummer. Mantis, dipshit, fucktard. Listen. Listen carefully. Clean out the wax in your ears. When's the last time you ever had that done? Listen very carefully, okay? I'm going to say it again. You pleaded guilty in court, not advised by your lawyer at all. He didn't push that plea. Now, the way it works, okay, this has to be on paper, okay? You can't just go on camera and say, you got to understand, my case is against you. And you can't even present anything in this case. Not really. But my case is against you. Remember whose case it is? You got that straight? Good. Let's go on. You pleading guilty on camera, the court has not taken that down as an official request. There are protocols to doing things like that. So your plea of guilty is not accepted. Go look it up. Or go ask your learned lawyer who doesn't talk to you, or supposedly does. One quit on you. I wonder why. My staff knows whose Kaibo is. He's threatened a Kavava bartender. Oh, that incident? You talk about the incident? But I'm going to repeat again. Your plea of guilty is not, it's null and void. You have to go through a whole trial. Unless you plead guilty with the advice of your lawyer and paperwork that has to be in forms to fill out, to be accepted by the judge. You can't plead guilty because all this time you're thinking, and I didn't want to tell you this. I thought I'd let you sweat a little bit. All this time you're thinking, no, I pleaded guilty. Judge gonna slap me on the hand, give me a fine maybe, and I'm gonna get to go home? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I know, he'll come back with something like he's a lawyer now. Now he's a lawyer. Wow, he must be reading some law books in there. He's a lawyer now. The boy is a lawyer. Didn't make it through grade school, but he's a fucking lawyer. Oh, gosh. Okay, what time is Social Security open on the East Coast? Okay, I'm going to have to check into this number tonight. 12 to 12. There's a 12-hour difference, actually, between here and the East Coast, at least by telephone, you know. 12 hours difference. Okay. You have to wait a few hours, I think. Make sure they're open. Yeah, we're definitely calling Social Security tonight. Guaranteed. Guarantee. Eat Lies potato chips. Guarantee. You can't just eat just one. I should send him like 5 big bags of potato chips. I bet he'll eat it all. See him a couple of weeks later and he won't be able to fit through that jail door, man. They gotta lube him up a little bit. Oh, but don't talk about lube around him. He knows that word, lubrication. Okay, we're having fun tonight here. Okay, not a bad day today. Oh, I might have a tiny short 5-second video upload to put on. Short 5-second after this. Look for that. I'm not sure which one I'm putting on, but very, very small. Very small. You'll get the gist of it if you think. So that's pretty much what's going down. I mean, I'm not going to be arrested, Barry. And you're on your show saying, man, you should be negotiating with me, man. You should be negotiating in the situation you're in. How about the situation you're in, son? Look, I already told you, man. There ain't no negotiation with you. There's nothing to do. I don't think your girlfriend could even take that report back. So why the hell should I negotiate? She got that in. She can't take it back. Not my knowledge. And I got nothing to apologize to her for, so fuck that shit. Ram that rod where it should be rammed, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. Apologize my very lily white ass that never gets any sun. Wide it in a piece of loose leaf paper. Let's see. Bulk box of Oreo. Oh, the Oreos. That'll do it, Clint. That's even better, man. Eat enough Oreos and shit turns black. That was my brother's complaint once. He used to like Oreos. He said, my shit is black. You know, all those Oreos, man. What do you expect, you know? I and I were very in love. Oh, God, you hear something enough on the feeds on, what is it, Facebook? Jeez. You hear the same old songs that are always shown. All these stars, what they used to look back in the day, and what they look like now. There's a few of them that are still holding up pretty well. But you gotta kind of yell at Mother Nature, because Mother Nature can be cruel to a lot of people, man. Why do you have to go through those changes? Why does your skin have to change? Why do you develop wrinkles? Come on, nature created a beautiful product of your just beautiful woman, man. Gorgeous as hell. All the guys want you. You're getting all the attention in the world. And Mother Nature stabs her fucking fork in you. Ages the skin. It's like, you know, from cocoon to butterfly, but opposite. Beautiful butterfly back to a cocoon. What Mother Nature has done to people. Shit, I was watching some foreigners today. All with the fat stomach, silver gray hair. They got that young gal on their arm. I mean, really, really young. That's what it is out here. Mama-san, we wish you and beautiful Gilda all the best against these evil foreigners. Thank you very much. They are evil, aren't they? They are evil. They're pure evil. Justice shall prevail. See, the thing about me versus Barry, I could handle a lot of stuff. You don't hear me yelling in the phone. When's the last time you ever heard me yelling? A recording? How many years ago was that? Don't talk about my woman. I always liked that one, actually. They use it as a joke, but I rather liked it. It shows a man, a real man, boots on the ground, sticking up for his woman. That's what it shows. A real man. Not a lying man. Not a smelly, disgusting, bald-headed, toothless fucking wonder like that vlogger Jeremy is. Jeremy is a toothless, tattooed, bald-headed booby. Smelly armpits, smelly groin. Like, body full of lice. I don't even want to think about it. I am a woman in love. Da-da-da-da. Get a song out of your head sometime. I've got a song in my heart, and my heart is for you. My YouTube viewers, I'm talking about you. I even sing to my viewers. What else you want from me? I'm not looking for money. Just love. I got it right here, though. Lots of love. Lots of love. I'm not paying for it nightly. It's no, date by pay plan. No, sir. Not this guy. Anyway, it's been a very busy couple of days for me. Actually, 3 days. Yeah. We'll be out of here first thing in the morning. We'll be out of here. Just came down to... And by the way, Barry, I actually was in Cebu the other day. I really was. We did go home. And no, we didn't go to Leyte. Her mom does no longer live in Leyte. She's bedridden. 89. Past 3+ years, she's been living in the Cebu area. So how could you possibly go to Cebu? Well, we flew there for one. What was it, 9:45 the flight? The flight takes about 35 minutes, man. 35 minutes. And we just took care of business. We didn't need a hotel. No. We can go to Leyte. Mom don't live in Leyte. She has a house there. Which is Gilda's house, too, and the kids. It's all their house. So actually, she owns other properties, too. She owns that house, too. Some of her kids. Her family. Her sisters. They own that house. Her auntie, her mom's auntie or something. Oh my God, I feel sorry for her. She was a nice lady. She's pretty goddamn old herself, and she's blind with the cataracts. She has to have somebody to take care of it. She has no radio to listen to, no TV. I honestly don't know how she makes it through the day. I just don't understand it. There's a limit to just about everything. There's a limit to Barry's lies. There's a limit to life if you can't enjoy it like, you're blind or something. There are limits. There really are. Okay, Stefan comes in. Welcome back, sir. If anyone donates to Barry after showing what he does with his free monthly check by buying that steak is a fool. Well, I can't control what people do with their money, Stefan. It's their stupidity is right. But I got a better question. Man's got no real teeth. How does he eat a steak? I still want to know. All right, I suppose you could get a knife. That's a weapon. You get a steak knife. Would they allow you to have that in a cell? You're going to have to chop that up really fine. You have to chop it up in microscopic sizes. And you're not really tasting it. You're swallowing it, but you're not getting a nice big chunk of delicious meat in your mouth. You're basically just swallowing it whole if you can, if you don't choke. Otherwise, you're going to have to break that down and mince it. How do you enjoy that? I know it's terrible because my brother had no teeth a long time. He couldn't enjoy his food. So he wants to show off. He's over there asking for donations and he's eating a steak. Did I got that right? Because I didn't see all this show. He's eating a steak as if to say, look at me. I'm doing righteously well where I am. Well, I'm glad you are. But how you eat that steak, I'd like to see that. I really would. On camera. I'd like to see how he chows down a piece of steak, any meat. I'd really love to see that. But, I'm happy for him because he's happy where he is. He's actually boasting about his free rent and electricity. And he was also boasting a while back about when I get home. What home? When I get home, I'm going to go on food stamps. Mm-hmm. Gonna get welfare. Mm-hmm. You go, girl. And I'm going to get Section 8 housing. What was he saying about my brother? I didn't own a house in Hawaii. I didn't know that. Then why was I making these mortgage payments every month and paying taxes? Maybe I just got confused along the way, Barry. You mean I've been paying those monthly mortgage payments and tax and insurance for 15, 16 years? And I wasted all that money? Is that what you're telling me? Hear all this bullshit. He never owned a house. He never did this. He never been to college. He don't have a degree. No, that's a good one with everyone. Okay, I don't have a degree. If that makes you feel better. Okay. Okay. Talked to my friend Mel yesterday. Smart guy, still owns his brownstone. We don't own it. He rent control from, 50, 60 years, 50 years, man. He spends most of his time with his girlfriend, Gail, at her apartment. I don't know when he's over his own. But he's got a nice little brownstone that the owner of that property would love to get him out or him die, because that is a gold mine. He could sell that small brownstone studio, like 18, what is it, 15-foot ceilings, floor to ceiling to floor windows. It's nothing fancy. It's a one room, but has another small, narrow room. And he's even got a little loft when you come in his main door from the hallway. I remember everything. He got a tiny little kitchen, just enough for a stove and a little thing with a sink. You know what that sucker's worth? That guy could rent that thing out for like, shit, man, $5,000 a month. Or he could sell that puppy for probably a couple of million. He'd love to see Mel out of there. He sure would. He sure as hell would. But Mel's smart, and Mel's like 84 now. I'm not sure who, I guess the way rent control used to be, oh, those were the days, man. They couldn't raise your rent. Only very minimally over the years, very minimally. It was controlled. And he had it 50 years or something. He's had that. 50 years. Brownstones are very popular in New York City. He lived off East 17th and Union Square. Big money. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, it's been fun. Maybe Barry learned a lesson. No, Barry, I'm not getting arrested. Yes, today is the 3rd. So what of it? To me, it's another day. It's the 3rd. And tomorrow's the 4th. And the next day is the 5th. And no, I'm not leaving the country, because I can't leave the country. But that's okay. I wasn't ready to anyway. Remember, there's no resolution. No resolution. Besides your revolution to try to see bad happen to me. There is no resolution yet. And I don't have to even, for the next couple of months, when it comes by, don't even have to do my visa when that comes up. I don't have to do an exit. Why? Because it's an administrative thing. They said I couldn't and I can't. See, I'm not avoiding my exit. No. No, 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 no. Believe me, we've talked to the agents. They said that what's going on is very minor, but you can't leave the country until the thing is resolved. And yes, you do have the courts to go to afterwards. Could be a possibility, though. That I would have to do a volunteer leave at some point in the future, far future. That would be okay. Because you see, here's the thing. Court of Appeals, that could take quite a while. It's according to what's going on. Some people say do a voluntary leave. You don't have to worry about anything. Then you come back in after the Court of Appeals makes their decision. Look, it's not like I haven't been away from my gal. I've been away for 14 months. Business as usual, no matter where I was. Kept busy, kept in communication. The world is not over. I assure you, it's not over when something like that goes on. Sir Frank, what is your favorite picture on his jail wall? The mashed potatoes is the one that I remember. The mashed potatoes. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. What is wrong with this guy? Well, his sense of art, he could be trying to copy, let's see. Not him. Not him. I have an artist in mind. But to him, that's art. Imagine him decorating an apartment if he had one. What he'd have on the walls instead of spending money. Let's cut apart that mashed potato box. I reckon that'll make a fine addition to my wall hangings. That's exactly what he did. I forgot what else he had on the wall. I had to look twice at that. I said, wait a minute. What is all that shit on his wall? It kind of gives me something to look at. Well, you got your beautiful girlfriend to look at on the phone, right? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know what you do. We know what you do. We know what you do. You horny little devil, you. Oh, you little devil. You're a little devil. With your little pitchfork. We hope you and beautiful Gilda will visit us one day. We love winners. I don't even know where you are, Mama San. You out of country? I might need a room. We'll talk about that. Okay. All right, I gotta go, folks. Things to attend to, place to go, people to see, things to do. But there you go. So I hope I corrected you, Barry, the prodigal son I never wanted. Admit it, you love me, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on now. You're attracted to me, aren't you? You're always talking about, and forgive my language, folks, but this is what he says. He always wants me to come over and suck his cock. He must be attracted to me, because no man, no real man says that to another man, to come over and suck my dick. No real men that I know. I don't ask any other men to come over and suck my dick. Gotta be something with that. I keep on saying it to you guys. There's gotta be something with that. And he just don't say it to me either. He tells everybody else to come over and suck his dick, and they're all men that he's talking to. It's the true colors are coming through. It's the true colors. Hoo. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows something I don't, but he sure likes talking about guys' cocks. He's telling me tonight. He does the opposite. Well, he copies everything I say. I mean, he can't be original. He learned some real key words from me. I should have wrote them all down. He had no knowledge of what these words meant. I came up with quite a few words that he was not capable of understanding or even pronouncing. He's learning. The boy's learning at least something from me. I'm glad he's learning something. No, the truth is, Barry, you are not able, and I'm not joking, to hear my serious voice now. Once you do leave the country, you will not be able to come back. You will be permanently blacklisted. Because I directly asked my lawyer about that. I said, here's the situation, let's review it. Is he, when he gets deported, when that time ever comes? I asked him, who went to law school, me or him? He said, no, he will not be able to come back. This is from a lawyer, Barry, a real lawyer, a real attorney. Not out of a Cracker Jack box like that ring. He's a real attorney. I like Barry. So I like Frank's lawyer. Seems like a nice guy. Barry, he don't like you. He don't like you at all. Neither one of them do. I got two attorneys. Two. Two attorneys. Well, listen, you have a good. I'm sure you'll be on at 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock tonight, and you become a vampire now. You just get up at night, sleep all day. Good life. Don't have to work. Get your Social Security check. Don't have to pay electricity. Don't have to pay for rent. Oh, maybe we'll get you to stay there for a while. How'd you like that? Leave a thumbs up, folks.
Meron kang matapos.
Yun kasi yung comment niya.
So, what are we going to do? Just nothing, really. So we don't have to.
Accused will plead guilty.